Hello. In this chapter, second topic is a sexual reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction means the involvement of two gametes, that is male gamete and female gamete, is known as sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in plant takes place in a flower. So flower is a reproductive shoot of a plant. It is a special reproductive part of the plant. Now, function of a flower to produce haploid gametes and ensure it is a sexual reproduction takes place. Now, in typical flower, there are two types of whorl. In typical flower, there are two types of whorl. First is non-essential whorls. Non-essential whorls are calyx and corolla. Essential whorls are androecium and gynoecium. Non-essential whorl, calyx and corolla, they are non-essential because they cannot take part in the process of reproduction. So it is called non-essential whorl. Essential whorl, androecium and gynoecium, they are take part in the process of reproduction. So it is called essential whorl of a flower. Now, non-essential whorl, this is the structure of typical flower. Here, green part shows calyx. These are corolla. Calyx are green part, they are outermost whorl of the flower. It consists of a sepals. Single individual is called sepals. These sepals are green in color, so they are photosynthetic in function and they are outermost whorl of a flower. So the second function of the calyx to protect the inner parts of the flower. Now next, non-essential whorl is a corolla. Corolla, this corolla individual consists of petals. Petals of the flowers are bright in color, so they are attract the insect for the pollination. Hence, this is the function, and they are second innermost whorl, second outermost whorl, so they are protect innermost part of the flower. Now, essential whorl of the flower, androecium and gynoecium. See, androecium consists of a stamen. Stamen consists of anther. These are the anther. Androecium is a male reproductive part of a flower, and gynoecium consists of a stigma, is a female reproductive part of a flower. Now, these first of all, androecium is a male reproductive part of a flower. Androecium is a male reproductive part of a flower, consists of anther. Androecium is a male reproductive part of a flower, consists of a stamen. Stamen shows anther, filament and connective. This is the structure of stamen, which are the individual of androecium, and androecium is a male reproductive part of a flower. Now, in this anther, there are pollen grains or microspores. Is a male gamete are present. How it is possible? Now, we are seeing the TS of anther. Now, androecium is a male reproductive organ, consists of anther, consists of stamen. Stamen consists of anther, filament and connective. Now, anther shows a TS of anther because in this there is a microspores, that is pollen grains are developed. Now, in this TS of anther, they are shows four-lobed structure because generally anther is dioecious. Di means two, that is a two-lobed, and tetrasporangiate. That means each monothecous anther contains two pollen sac. Single, that is a mono means single. In that there is a two pollen sac, and in dithecous there is a four pollen sac. Hence it is known as tetrasporangium. Tetra means four. Four pollen sac. Hence this differentiation of a division of a cell arises when some hypodermal cells transferred into archegonial cells. These cells arises, that is the differentiation of cells arises when hypodermal cells transform into archegonial cells. These archegonial cells divides into inner sporogenous cells and outer parietal cells. These outer parietal cells consist of outermost layer is the epidermis. Then the innermost there is a middle layer. Middle layer is also known as endothelium. They are also shows flattened cells. In the innermost they shows a tapetum. These pollen sac. Outermost layer is a tapetum. It is nutritive for this innermost. And internally there is sporogenous tissue. In this tapetum there is a sporogenous tissue. These are also microspore mother cells, and these microspore mother cells undergoes meiotically and to form microspores. Microspores, that is a pollen grains. These pollen grains or microspores, this is the structure of a pollen grains. They are rounded in structure or circular in structure. They are divided into two layers. Outermost is the exine, innermost is the intine. These both layers are known as spermatoderm, exine and intine known as spermatoderm, and generally this pollen grain shows germ pores, like this germ pores. Further they are transferred into the pollen tube. Internally there is a single nucleus and cytoplasm is also present. It is the structure of a pollen grains. Now these pollen grains undergoes male gametophyte. These male gametophytes are shows. Now the microsporogenesis means each microspore mother cells divide mitotically to form tetrad and haploid microspores. That is the pollen grains. These pollen grains are non-motile, haploid, unicellular with a single nucleus. This is the structure of pollen grains. That means they are non-motile, unicellular with a single nucleus. These pollen grains consist of two layers. Outermost layer is the exine, innermost layer is the intine. Innermost layer is the intine. These both layers are known as sporoderm. Exine and intine both are termed as a sporoderm. Internally they shows the single nucleus in this cytoplasm, and they also shows germ pores. These are germ pores. These mark as the structure of a pollen grains, mark as the beginning of a male gametophyte. Beginning of the development of a male gametophyte. Now these pollen grains first undergoes mitotically, is the first mitotic division takes place. In that these pollen grains divided, this nucleus divided into two cells. Large cell is known as vegetative cell. They are rich in food, and smaller one is a generative cell. Further, in these vegetative cells, these generative cells are float and start to separate their nucleus, and these are called second mitotic division. In second mitotic division, this generative nucleus start like this separation and to form two male gametes. In these two male gametes divided from the generative nucleus, at that time these germ pores are formed tube-like structure, and at last these tube are elongates, and these two male gametes, those are non-motile, are float into this pollen tube. this tube-like structure is known as pollen tube, and in that these two non-motile male gametes are formed. Its structure is known as male gametophyte, and this is the development of male gametophyte. Now remind, these diagrams are most important step by step. First of all, the structure of pollen grains, they are divided into two cell structure, that is vegetative cell, generative cells. The vegetative cells are large in size and their nucleus is irregular. They are rich in food, and hence in these vegetative cells the generative cells are floid, and these generative cells are divided mitotically. It is a second mitotic division. They form generative nucleus. These generative nucleus are start to divide into two non-motile male gametes. At that time, these germ pores form a tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is known as pollen tube, and these two non-motile male gametes are fluid in this pollen tube, and this pollen tube with a two male gamete is known as male gametophyte. Is the answer of 4 marks question, that is to describe the development of male gametophyte. Now diagrams are most important. First of all, diagrams are cleared, and then read this diagram is the description. It is the answer of the development of male gametophyte.